So why is homesteading so enticing? Well, as a beginner, I would say it brings me a true sense of purpose, and I'm sure it does the same for you. Hi, I'm Katie, and if you are also a beginner homesteader, hit that subscribe button and we can do this journey together. Really, when you think about it, there's so many conveniences in this world, so it doesn't make sense that homesteading would be enticing, especially when there's such a push to have a big house, drive a fancy car, have nice things, go out to eat, and so on and so forth. So the question is, why is homesteading so enticing? I think one of the reasons is because there is this information out there on social media and we can see it and we can see what other people are doing that we wouldn't have otherwise known, and it's just enticing. There's something that just calls you to it. And because I have so much to say about this topic, I have other episodes in this series. If you're interested in any of them or the one that is left, look at the description and hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified when I post the last one. And if you have anything to add, definitely drop it in the comments and I can always add to this series later on down the road or whenever. So I get this sense that people are searching for something. And like I was talking about social media earlier, how people have all this new information at their fingertips. There's something to be said about homesteading and how enticing it is on social media, and it just pulls you in. And I know for me, this is something that has always been at the core of, I don't even know, like what I wanted to do early on. It's the idea of like, okay, one day I want to get married and be a stay-at-home mom when we have kids. And there's something enticing about learning how to garden and canning and having a full shelf of canned goods. Even the idea of having a root cellar from the early days was just enticing to me, and I can't explain why. But it just was. This idea of being sufficient. Once you start the journey, it is just a beautiful thing because it creates this sense of purpose that you wouldn't have otherwise have experienced or had. And sure, there's the mundane laundry and the everlasting pile of dishes because now you're cooking more from scratch and doing things in the kitchen, but it's different. You're cooking and doing all of these things on the homestead, not out of obligation, but because it's a choice. It's a choice that you've made to provide for your family in that way. It's not coming home after a traditional 9-to-5 job, feeling tired and burnt out and just throwing on a pot of pasta because you can't think of anything else that's easier and more simple to do. It's actually getting into the nitty-gritty and focusing on the meal that you are about to serve for your family and doing the best that you can to make it as wholesome and flavorful as it possibly can be. It's a way of providing for the home in a more simpler and real way. It's wholesome because it goes back to the basics. It's what our grandparents did and their parents and so on. It's avoiding the convenience because convenience comes at a price tag, whether it's the physical price tag, the price tag of taste, or the price tag of health. We're all gifted in a unique set of ways, and some of us feel like outsiders in the way that society demands a woman to have a traditional 9-to-5 job. That's just not where our gifts are. We just aren't meant for the demands of that kind of lifestyle. And we prioritize in a completely different way as well. We don't prioritize getting our hair done or nails or buying new clothes. We prioritize our money and wants and values elsewhere. And that's what comes with having a true sense of purpose with homesteading. Like, we don't get caught up in the vanity of it all. And I'm not saying that there isn't that side of homesteading. Sure, with social media can definitely portray it in a more vain light, but let's be real here. There's a big difference between, ooh, look at my shiny new name brand purse versus look at this harvest. It's just not as centered around the idea of being bigger than what you are. It's more wholesome. It's more down to earth. And I think that's what calls a lot of people to homesteading and why when you're actually in it, you feel a true sense of purpose. But that is all I have for you today. Hit the subscribe button and see the latest video that I have coming next week and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.